All right, here we go. Grab your A harmonica. I'm going to play each lick, and again, I'm just going to flag some techniques for you. Remember, the MP3s are the ones you're mostly going to be playing along with. Here's example 1, 2, 3. Take a listen. You know, this one's relatively easy to play. The only thing I'd recommend is make sure you keep your armature nice and open so you get a nice deep tone. Here's example 2. We just add a bend. Again, really drop your jaw and bring your tongue back for the deep bend. 2, 3. Take a listen. Example 3, you can tongue switch. 4 draw, 1 draw, 4 draw. Or you could tongue block your 4, pucker your 1, tongue block your 4 if you pucker your 1. Or if you're a pucker player, you can just jump between the notes, whatever works for you. 3, 4. Tricky thing for you newer players will be that bend. The first bend is that 3 draw slight dip. Don't let it release all the way. Keep a little bit of that bend, keep it bluesy. Then hump the back of the tongue, front, middle of the tongue, back to the 2. Great bluesy combination to get you off of the 4 chord. So that's a great lick right there. Number 4, pretty similar. You can really hear that those licks are very specific to the 5-4-1. Example 5 is more generic, but you know, it can do the job too. 3, 4. Just remember on your shake, dip the bottom note, then start your shake. Bend, release. Then shake between your 4 and the 5. And then when you go 4, 3, 2, make sure that 4 is fully bent. 4 bend. Example 6 is a little more specific to the 5-4-1 because we do a blow shake. Remember, 4 chord is a blow. 3, 4. Pretty, relatively speaking, fairly flat lick, but does the job. Here's a more, a little fancier, a little cooler version of that. Example number 7. This is a little Walter lick. 3, 4. Yeah, that's a nice one. If you're fairly new to the harmonica, that 2-draw bend will take a little time to get to that depth. So where do these licks come from? I kind of failed to say that. It's a combination of licks that I've written for you. Some of the licks come from my own songs, some from the study songs I've written you, and a whole bunch of great players' 5-4-1s. Basically, as the years have gone on, I've transcribed, instrumentals, famous instrumentals. As I would hear a cool lick from a player, I'd write it on here. So you're basically getting a combination of what I feel are great 5-4-1s and what every other great harmonica player feels are great 5-4-1s. So you're getting Rod Piazza licks and Kim Wilsons and Little Walters and Big Walter Hortons and a mixture of today's and the past great players. Here's example number 8. This is a George Harmonica Smith lick. 2, 3, 4. Again, getting used to making that big jump back and forth, and the rhythm of that's going to be important, so you'll want to practice that with the MP3. And then that last 3 notes goes 4, 2, 2, and you're going to slide from the 4, 4, 3, 2, to get the sound you just heard. All right, let's move on to lick number 9. This has a pickup. 1, 2, 3. 4 draws our target note. 1, 2, 3, 4 leads to it. Again, 1, 2, 3. Cool, huh? On the 4 chord, there's a 5 draw, so I'm going to slide up to there with a big slap. Make sure I use some big slaps there. I personally slap the 4, slide to the 5, slide back to the 4. Example number 10 is cool because of this little hiccup rhythm that the 16th note creates. Get from that 1-4 as quickly as possible. We have that little pull that gives us another element to the rhythm. 2, 3, 4. What makes this one really neat is, again, that rhythm. It's a different type of rhythm, and that is a really cool thing to present. Example 11 uses slaps and pulls, fairly straightforward. 3, 4. Example number 12, 3, 4. Thirteen, 3, 4. I like licks that sweep down to the one blow. The lowest note possible on the harmonica. Remember, the 4-chord likes blow notes, so that one blow is really cool. Example 14 is a big Walter Horton lick. 1, 2, 3. Again, we get that half step, whole step, 2 draw on the 3 draw. If that's a tough bending combination, it's worth spending some time on because that's a universal note combination. You can really use that everywhere. In this case, this lick, the 5 draw and the 5 blow, don't really have much to do with the 5 chord. But the lick just flows so well, the phrasing makes it work more than really the notes. Here's another big Walter lick, number 15. 1, 2, 3. Example 16. 1, 2, 3, 4. Example 17, this starts to get a little cooler here. 1, 2, 3. 18, this comes from Gary's Blues, and this is one of my favorite 5-4-1s from our study songs. Slowly, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, if you were putting stars on them right now, that might be a 3-star right there. This next one's a Kim Wilson lick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Example 20 is a little Walter lick. 3, 4. Alright, so a lot of technique in here we need to talk about. 4-3, play the 4 and slide quickly. I slap the 4 personally and then go to the 3. He didn't originally do it, but that's the way I play it. 4-3, 4-3, then slap a 2 draw, pull on the 1-2 as notated, and then your chord. So 2 draw slap, pull, tongue off the harmonica. You want air flowing over and around the harmonica. That's a very common little Walter rhythmic element. Very cool element that he uses in his playing. Then we go to the half step, pull, half step, pull. So remember that 3 draw half step bend. That's our one bluesy note on the 4 chord. So we really want to milk that. Cool lick. Let me play it really slowly. 3, 4. Example 21 is a George harmonica Smith lick. 1, 2, 3. If you're new to octaves, just play the top note. Example 22 is a Skeet a Little Taste is the name of the song. James Harmon. 1, 2, 3. Pretty smooth, huh? Example 23. This is, and I'm doing this all on the top of my head, by the way. I've been writing these licks for many, many years, basically making a collection for my students, and then I recently just added a lot more and refined them, and again, I put a lot of work into these, so I hope you enjoy them. So off the top of my head, I'm remembering where I got some of these licks. This is a Jerry McCain lick. 2, 3, number 23. "24, 3, 4. Here's a really unique one. This is also a Jerry McCain lick. You notice essentially on the downbeat of the 5 chord, so 1 draw, root note, downbeat of the 4 chord, 1 blow, root note, then 2 draw, downbeat of the 1 chord. A lot of these licks do exactly what we practiced in section 3, or section 2, which was just playing a note that matches a chord, improvise, a note that matches a chord, improvise, note that matches a chord. I'll point when I hit that note. 1, 2, 3. Pretty cool lick, isn't it?